Hello everybody. Today we will be learning about how to make commands using event listeners in JDA. So the first thing, so here we have initialize our bot, and if we run this class, this method here in the class, um, and then if we check Discord. So if we run this class and after it's finished building, if we go and check Discord, after it says finished loading, if we check Discord, you can see that tutorial bot is online and it has the status and everything. But right now, we don't have any commands on it, or we don't have a prefix for it. Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a class in the bots package. So we're gonna right click on bots, we're gonna click hover over new, click Java class, and we're gonna make a class called constants. And now this class will just contain a bunch of variables with constants and stuff, like we did for the secret. How we had a token variable, like that we're gonna have other bunch of constants and variables in this. So public, because we want public variables, it's gonna be static, public static, and we're gonna have a string, because this variable is gonna be the bot's prefix. So it's tutorial bot's prefix, and text or a string is always in double quotes. So double quotes and comma at the end of every line in Java. Just remember that. So tutorial bot prefix is gonna have, well, we'll just make our prefix an exclamation mark for now. And now if we go back to main.java, okay, so this is our class. So now we're gonna create a package for our commands. So this is gonna be our commands package. So we've created a package called commands in bots. And inside our commands package, if we right click on command, go to new, and then click on job class, now we're gonna just make a ping command. Right? So we're gonna make a ping command. Okay, so commands, so every command is an event listener. We have to have an event listener for every command to work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend this class. We're gonna extend listener adapter. So what this does is it gets the JDA event listener, and it gives us a bunch of methods for all the events that are possible. So you see, if we type in public and we use this intelligent feature, you can see that on guild member update nickname. So this means whenever, okay, so guild means server, member is like a user in the server, update nickname means they change their nickname. So out of context, we can say whenever whenever a server member changes his nickname, this event is gonna, whatever the code in this method or this event is gonna run, right? So here, this is on guild message received. So every time there's a message in a server, this method gets triggered and whatever the code is inside it gets run. So if we do on public void on guild message received, So this is gonna return an event, and this event is a guild message received event, which means a message that comes from the server, right? Okay, so now, let's say we want to get what the user said. Let's say we want to get the message that the user put in the server, right? So to get the message, we're gonna first declare a string variable called message, which is gonna be the content of the message that was sent, which is like the text he said in his message. So we're gonna do string message because a message is always text, so text is string. So string message gets event dot get message. Okay, but this only gets a message. It doesn't get the string. It doesn't get the text of the message. It just gets a message, which is a class written by JDA, written in JDA. So event.getMessage. Now, if we do something called getContentRaw, then we get the text of this message. And then we get the text of this message. So now that we have the text, we have to check if the message dot equals ignore case or equals ignore cases, just user friendly, more user friendly. So if we do message dot equals ignore case, so what's our command? Our command is ping, as it says in the class name. So message dot equals ignore case. What do we do first? Oh yeah, the prefix. Now we could just do ping if it's equal to ping, and yes, it goes in double quotes because it's text. So we could just do this, but let's say you wanted to change your prefix, and you'd have to change this every single time for every command that you make, and that's really that takes a lot of time. So what you can do instead is remember how we made a class called constants. We made a class called constants and we put our prefix in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do constants, and you see how I click enter and it just imports boss.constants. So we have the constant class. Now we're gonna get the tutorial, and it's right there. If I click enter, tutorial bot prefix. So if message dot equals ignore case, constant dot tutorials bot prefix. Now, what is this? So this constant dot tutorial bot prefix is gonna be whatever this is, whatever it equals, right? So if this is an exclamation mark, then this is gonna be an exclamation mark. But we don't want to see if the message is just an exclamation mark. We want the command too, right? So we're gonna do plus ping. And remember, ping is a string, so it's in double quotes. So this is exclamation mark ping. Let's say you wanted to change your username, your prefix. So you don't change this. What you just change whatever's in this. So let's say from exclamation mark you wanted a question mark instead. So you can just change it like that, and it changes for every single command. So, but we still want exclamation mark because that's the classic prefix. Okay, so now we have checked if message is exclamation mark ping or prefix ping. So now that we have checked if it's ping, we have to give the code of what it has to do if it is exclamation mark ping. For now, all we're gonna do is we're gonna send a message, right? But we can't just send message. We have to get the event, and from the event, we have to get the channel because we have to specify which channel to send it to. So if we do get channel, and then now if we click dot, and you see there's a message command or method called send message. So we're gonna send message, right? and we're gonna give some text. We're gonna give some string. What are we gonna give? For now, we'll just do Pong. We'll get the actual latency and do that stuff later. Now, you might be thinking this is it, but no. For every send message, as you can see, oh, no. So for every send message, it's a message action. It's an action. So, and for every action that you do, you have to either queue or complete. So you have to either, oh, let's send what message are we sending? Okay, so now that we've sent the message, we're not done yet actually, because we have to queue it. We have to queue it. So what this does is it makes an action and it performs it takes the action that was given and it performs the action. This doesn't actually do the action. It just says that, okay, this is an action. It's not done yet. But queue finishes, it actually does the action, right? You can do queue or you can do complete. It's better to use queue because it's faster, right? Queue is faster, but however, there are times where you have to use complete because what queue does is it'll just put the action in a queue, and once the whole code is done, then it performs the action. But if you do complete, it's gonna do this first and then do the rest of the code. So if we do queue, and we print something to the console, so if we do this, right, it's gonna print hi first. It's gonna print hi right here, and then do Pong. It's gonna send Pong in Discord next. First, it's gonna send hi here in the console, and then it's gonna do Pong. But if we did complete, it's gonna send the Pong message first, and then print hi. Get it? Okay, but queue is always faster than complete, and complete is not recommended, but there's just times where you need to do complete and not queue. And we will go over that later again. So now we've already sent Pong and we've queued it up and everything's done. So this is a ping command. But how does the bot know to do this all the time? It doesn't. So what we have to do is we have to add an event listener, right? We have to add an event listener. And this is the event listener, which extends. So every event listener or class that we're going to add here has to extend listener adapter for this method right here for these on guild and other stuff. So we have to extend listener adapter, and for the bot to know that we're running this command, for the bot to like get the events and stuff, we have to add it. We have to add the event listener. So we're just going to do new ping, and that should do it. This is red because we have not imported the ping class. So if we just do Alt Enter, if we just click on ping, the red one, the red marks, and click Alt Enter, it automatically imports ping for us. So we don't have to actually type it out. So we've added the new event listener ping, and we have all the code here. And this is it for just for ping. This is it. Let's terminate, run. Okay, now we have to run the class, and as you can see, it's running. Okay, it's building. Login successful. Connected to WebSocket. All we need is for it to finish load. So now if we go into Discord and we go into the test channel in the server, you can see it's me and it's tutorial bot right here. So now we can test the command. What the command was exclamation mark ping, And once we type it in chat, as you can see, tutorial bot types Pong back. And it's not gonna print hi here because I deleted that whole line. But that's unnecessary, so we don't need that. Now you might be asking, okay, we got simple responses. So command response, okay, that's easy. Now we want to get the latency between the bot and the server, and between the bot and JDA, right? So what we're gonna do is, well, first we're gonna send message Pong, and we're gonna queue it, right? Now this is a little harder. This is called lambdas, right? So we're gonna use lambdas to edit the message. We're gonna use lambdas to edit them, or we could just complete it. We could just complete. Oh, I can't spell. Complete. We can use complete, and then we can edit message, and then we can queue this. Yes, we can do that. And because complete sends the message first, and then it edits the message. But if we did queue, we couldn't do dot edit message after queue. We can only do dot edit message after complete, because this returns message action, and with a message action we can edit the message and then queue everything that we've done so far. So we sent the message, we completed sending the message, then we edited that message, and now we've queued it, and now it's going to perform after this whole code is run. So we're going to edit the message, but what are we going to edit to? So we're going to edit to, we're going to do event dot get JDA dot get gateway ping. Is this it? I think this is it. So get gateway ping. As you can see, this is the ping, but this is get gateway ping is not a string. And to edit message, we need to put a string as an argument. But get gateway ping returns a long, which is a very big number. So there's a difference between longs and integers. So integers have a lower max value and longs have a higher max value, right? So this is a long. Gateway ping is a long. So we have to convert it into a string. So we can do either .toString, or we can do, no, that doesn't work. Do the string .toString, and then put parentheses around everything. Not string, .toString. I meant long .toString. We could do this, or we could just not do this at all, and then do a plus and some text at the end. See, both of these work because an integer plus a string is a string. Understand? Okay, so integer plus text is always text. So we got the ping and string with nothing in it, but let's just type milliseconds at the end. So we have like, okay, 100 ms, like 100 milliseconds and stuff like that. So this should work if we can rerun it, stop and rerun. And now we wait for it to complete building. Executing. Okay, we can see login successful, connected to website, and finished loading. So after it's finished loading, we're gonna go back to Discord, and we're gonna try the command again. Exclamation mark ping. We can see Pong, and it edited the message into 536 milliseconds. Right? So this is an easy way of going about it. This works, right? This works, but there's a more complicated way, and it's just, it's just more efficient. More efficient is the right term. So we're gonna queue this, No, oh well, both of them work. You can stick to the old one. This is just a more advanced one. This is using lambdas. Message. And then we can do this. So we have the oh wait, there's already a message variable there. Message. Yeah, you can't make two variables. See now, if I already made a string variable called message, so I can't make another string variable called message and give it text like that. You see, it's gonna throw an error. It's, you see the squiggly lines under it. It says variable message is already defined in the scope, so it's already defined. So we can't make another variable called message. Okay, so we have message here and message dot edit message dot queue, and this also works. This does kind of like the same thing. It's just getting the message from the message action, and it's editing that message into what this is. And I'm gonna keep it with this code because this is just more efficient, more faster. And oh, event dot get JDA dot get gateway ping plus ms. So if we rerun, stop and rerun, wait for this to complete executing, and then go back to Discord, we should get the same text. We should get the same text. Login successful, connected to WebSocket, finished loading. Okay, so go back to Discord. We can type the command again, ping. 130 milliseconds, that's much better actually. 536 is not a very good ping. 130 milliseconds, nice. Okay, so see, the code does the same exact thing. It's just more complicated, a little more complicated and much faster though. Now, so yeah, I think this is a basic command, just a basic command, just to introduce event listeners. Maybe we can do, yeah, let's just try something that's not a message, right? Let's just try something that's like, okay, let's make a new channel, message react event listener, right? We just made a new channel, so react to this message with to get a friendly greeting. Okay, so we did this. Now if we go back to IntelliJ, so we made a pink man, right? Now we can make event listener. No, reactions. Oh, that was a class, not a package. No, don't do that. Delete this because we don't want that. Okay, so we're gonna create a package, not a class. So we're gonna just do reactions for now. This is not a command, so reactions, right? We're gonna do the friendly greeting one. So we just made a class in the reactions package called friendly greeting. Now what is this gonna do, you ask? This is just gonna give a friendly greeting when you react to the hi message. Extends listener adapter. Oh, that's not the right one. Listener adapter. Now, okay. Now, if we do public, we should see all the possible things. Now, public void on oopsie. Public There it is. Okay. Let's just search through all of them because if I do anything, it's gonna go bonkers. On message, on message reaction ad. On message reaction ad. You see, you use context clues to get what you want. So when I react to a message, right? If no wait. Event dot. Oh, okay. If if so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna check if the message is this message. So let's say we reacted. If anybody reacts to a message, it's gonna trigger this method, right? And we don't want just any reaction. We want a reaction only to this message. So if we react to this message, only then we don't. If it reacts to this message, react. Wait. If you react to this message, nothing should happen. You see? So we if we react to this message with a wave, then it's going to give us a friendly greeting. But if you react to this message with a wave or any emoji, nothing really should happen. So to make sure it's only this message, we're gonna go to this message. We're gonna right click on this message, and we're gonna copy its ID, the message ID. Now if we go back here, and now we're gonna check if event dot get message ID long. So if the message we reacted to, it's gonna get the message's ID in a long. So it's a number. If it's equal to and equal to is always double sign in Java. If it's equal to this big number, and after longs you always put L. If it's too big, it's gonna okay. So if you don't put L, it's gonna think that it's an integer, and integers cannot be this big. So we have to put L to make sure it's a long. Okay. So if the message ID is this long, if the message ID is this number, and we have to still check if the reaction is a wave, and if event dot get reaction emote get reaction emote is get emoji dot equals ignore case wave. I think this is how it works. This is kind of new to me. I've never actually explored this thing, but I think it should be this dot get reaction emote get emoji equals ignore case wave. Then we're gonna do event event dot get channel dot send message, and the message is gonna be, what's the message gonna be? This is, oh wait, no, that makes no sense. No. Nope. Hello there. This is a friendly greeting. Friendly greeting. Okay, so now that don't forget we have to keyword complete. Oh, that's not right. There we go. And yeah, so that should do the trick. But wait, we're not done yet because we have to add the event listener. Oh, add event listener. New friendly greeting. As you can see, we got this and we imported it. Auto imports the class. Now if we rerun this whole bot again, and you might think that, oh, this is annoying, you have to reload it every single time to change thing or two about the bot. So we have to reload, you have to rerun the whole bot every single time you make a change for it to actually save it and do it. Yeah, that's how we do it, but there is a quicker way, and I'll go over that in a different video, in a separate video itself. It doesn't actually deserve a separate video for itself, but it doesn't belong in these videos either. So I don't know. I'm just putting in a separate video. So basically, it didn't work, and we're gonna see why now. Okay, so we're gonna just have to find the actual emoji like thing. Oopsie poopsie. Okay, here's Firefox. Now, wave emoji. Right? We just search up. Oh, no. Waving hand sign emoji. This one. Okay, we're gonna copy it. Copy. Now, if we go back here, and if we put this in instead, yeah, okay, so this should work. There we are. So instead of wave colon, put this in. There was a mistake. Get emoji doesn't like get the emoji in Discord text. Like it actually gets the Unicode for that emoji, and this is the Unicode for the wave emoji. So I just copied it from a website and I pasted it in here. So let's just rerun the bot quickly, and it should work this time. I don't want anything in my watches. If we go to Discord and react to this real quick so we can react to it later. Is IntelliJ good? Connected to website, finish loading. Okay, so the bot is up and the changes have been made. Now if we react with Wave, we should get a friendly greeting. Right, here it is. See? Now if we reacted Wave to this message. There it is. Hello there. This is a friendly greeting. Now if I react with any other thing, like a thumbs up, I'm not gonna get anything. And if we react to this message with a wave, the other message, we don't get a friendly greeting, right? But if we react to this message with a wave, we get another friendly greeting. I think that's all I'm going to do for today. Thanks for coming by and watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for more.